All right, guys, welcome to the final day of the regular season, at least. Kentucky is currently 5-4 heading into the final 3 games of the season. One of those final 3 games is at Vanderbilt, a noon kickoff, we're going to guess, and we'll see if the Cats can extend or get bowl eligible if with the win over the Vanderbilt Commodores. They haven't lost in this particular building in a while, but of course, taking a few L's to the Commodores in Kroger Field recently. Got a few things I have to work on this we'll say morning into early afternoon. So I may not do a ton of commentary, but we will have I'll check in. I'll be watching these games, have them up on a second screen throughout the day. And hopefully the Cats can pull off a couple big wins and get bowl eligible. Adam, the record is 5-4. 5-4 wins over Ole Miss, wins over let's see, who were the other big wins? Oh, South Carolina and Florida. So we're not going to do the Tennessee Tech game. We're going to count that as a win. So spoiler alert, Kentucky will be bowl eligible right after this game, or, well, regardless, right after this game. The Ole Miss game was a thriller. South Carolina, Kentucky won on a walk-off field goal. And then was the Florida game also. Kentucky was down by 6. They had a 4th and goal from the 4 and converted on a touchdown pass to Troy Stellato. And the Cats, that was with like a minute to go, and the Cats got a stop. Florida ran out of time. Kentucky got the win. So that's where we are right now. Lost Georgia and Texas. Did we lose to Tennessee? Yes, of course we lost to Tennessee. That game was actually that was the worst game that they played so far. Lost that game 28-17. Yes, lost to Georgia, to Texas, and to somebody help me out. What's the Georgia, Texas, Tennessee? Who was the other loss? Oh, Auburn, at Auburn. Oh, that was a game they could have won too. Oh, look at that strike from Calzada to is that Macklin? 41 yards. Yes, thank you, company camera. Auburn. Then that was the Texas game was probably the most upsetting, because if they'd have won that game, they would have been 5-1. We actually had them ranked up to number 17 after the win over South Carolina. So yeah, Adam, we got it. We got to beat them. You know, I keep saying it. Is there to the commies? Actually, that kind of fits a little bit. The last time we were at Vanderbilt Stadium, they were doing a ton of construction, and it was pretty hard to navigate. But I'm anxious to see what it looks like now with all the renovations. Kentucky with a 2nd and 10. They'll hand it off to Dowdell, and he'll get about 6 yards, 3rd and 4. The output on offense hasn't been amazing for Kentucky during these sims, but the defense has kept every game within reach. I'll switch over the audio at some point. I got to work. We actually have a really cool video we're going to put out on Jasper Johnson. Working with Tyler Thompson on that. What in the hell, Josh? I don't know. Walschlager like kind of shoving Calzada there. I thought maybe that was a bad pass from Calzada. I'd like to see it again. We're not going to, but I thought Josh Caddis should have caught that. The field goal attempt is good, and Kentucky will take a 3-0 lead. Decent opening drive there. But having to settle for 3 points feels disappointing when, you had Josh Caddis wide open in the back of the end zone. I like how they call this a rivalry, because it should be. We need to petition. We need to prove to the SEC this is a rivalry. You can't take Vanderbilt off our schedule. We're huge rivals with Vanderbilt and Mississippi State. We need to be playing them every year. Vanderbilt will start their first drive from their own 16-yard line. Coming up later today, we got a bunch of stuff coming up on our channel later this afternoon. We will have the Memorial Memo is live at 3 p.m. And then we'll have Sources Say later on tonight at 8 p.m. And Sean Smith is back this week. Although the other coach Smith, Spencer Smith, brought a lot of good stuff to last week's show. Yeah, South Carolina is a rival. That is actually a rivalry. That one it's been an interesting one. It just keeps swinging back and forth. One team will beat the other few straight years and then flips back. Yeah, I mean, South Carolina may not see it as a rivalry, but right now the coaches certainly do. Beamer wants to beat Stoops. Stoops wants to beat Beamer. And Carter, that is how everybody sees us in the SEC. That's what makes winning these SEC road games feel so good, because everybody, when they play Kentucky, they think, okay, here's a chance for an easy win. Even though Kentucky hasn't been an easy win for really anybody in a decade. I mean, how many times has Kentucky truly been blown out in the SEC? The last 9 years or so. It's happened, but South Carolina blew out Kentucky last year, but it was 10-6 at halftime. The Florida game a little bit closer than 48-20. And then the Texas game, wasn't that game, 31-14 ended up being the final, but wasn't it kind of close going into the fourth quarter? I remember having some faint hope that something could happen. And then you go to 2023. I mean, Georgia beat the hell out of us. But every other game, Alabama. So Georgia and Alabama, but I mean, who isn't getting their teeth kicked in against those teams every once in a while? Tennessee in 2022 is another one. So what are we counting there? Like 4 in 2021, there wasn't any. 2020, yeah, there was a couple because of COVID. 2019, any blowouts on that? No. 2018, no. 2017, I'm actually going through the schedule right now in case you're wondering, while Vanderbilt drives into the red zone. 2017, any blowouts here? Yes, at Mississippi State, 45-7. Georgia, 42-13. So there's been like a couple, well, not more than a couple, but I would say 5 or 6 games in the last 10 years where Kentucky was like truly blown out. The Cats get a stop here, so it's 4th and 5. Vanderbilt getting ready to kick a field goal. While this is going on, I will be in the process of editing a long form video on Jasper Johnson. So I will kind of step away for a little bit. Going to need all day today, a lot of tomorrow. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Had to getting some other stuff done and then realized, oh yeah, you got to check on it because the controller can just die or not die, but I guess if you're not, well, just let us run the friggin' simulations. Why do I need to have even a controller on to do this? I can't even turn the controller off and just let it go. Apologies for that. Start of the second quarter, 3-3. This is the kind of Kentucky Vanderbilt game that we'd probably come to expect. Ooh, double play fake. Calzada swings it over to Caddis. Man, Josh Caddis is utilized a lot by the AI in this game. So Kentucky moving the ball now down to the 38-yard line. They win this game. They're bowl eligible. Hand off to Macklin, and he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's a loss of 1. 2nd and 11. Maybe they'll use Caddis a little bit more. I think with this offensive line and all of the weapons they're going to have at running back, I really think that this gets back to the way Kentucky was playing back in 2018, 2019. They leaned into the passing game like we all wanted them to. Like, let's be real. And it didn't work. So now they're going back to what they did best. So there's some reasons to be optimistic about that. Calzada, though, going deep down the far sideline. And Stolato's knocked down. It's incomplete. I thought he might have had it in his hand for a second. So it'll be 4th and 12. Kentucky, I guess, could try a 57-yarder, but they'll probably just punt. No, they are going to try a field goal. Now, he made one from like 53. The snap, the hold, the kick, got plenty of leg. It's good. Well, they say Coway's got a leg on him. They're worried a little bit about the accuracy. No problem there. Kentucky retakes the lead. A 57-yard booming kick. The redshirt freshman giving the Cats the 6-3 lead. Yeah, that's good from 60-something. So Kentucky, once again, was moving the ball decently well, but then had to settle for a field goal. They've now dropped 2 passes in the end zone. Would have been big. Be a little bit different. Feel a little different about this if you're up 14-3. But as it stands, Cats lead by field goal. Ball at the 21-yard line. That pass complete. Short gain again. It'll be 3rd and 7. Kentucky's defense with a chance to get off the field here. Kentucky got the ball first. Got a field goal, so it will be Vanderbilt ball coming out of the locker room. And on a 3rd and 7, Vandy converts and then some. Diego Pavia now up to 103 yards passing. And that's all the way up to the 49-yard line of Vanderbilt. 1st and 10. Kentucky's had some issues getting off the field on 3rd down this season. Tell me if you've heard that before. Actually, you know what? It's been under Brad White, the defense has been pretty good. Why were people leaving it? I'm reading this comment right here. Why were people leaving at halftime? I mean, I know things didn't feel good. Gosh, man, wrap them up. Hoskins gets the first down. I think the halftime score at the South Carolina game last year was 10-6. And did we feel good about it? No, we did not feel good about it. But because you could sort of see the way they were getting after Vandegrift, like, oh, there's not a backup plan, and he's going to be on his back several times today. Vandy in field goal range, trying to maybe take the lead here. I do remember going out and getting rapid reactions from fans while the game was still very much going on. And people were pissed. There you go. Josiah Hayes and the lookup number 11. Olds combined on the tackle. It'll bring up 3rd and 8. And Kentucky get a 3rd down stop and hold the Commodores to a field goal. And Kentucky would have 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Plenty of time to get more points on the board before the half, where Vanderbilt will get the ball to start the second half. Diego Pavia, he's looking to the end zone. Pick it off. Batted up. Intercepted. Alex Safari grabs it in the end zone. And Kentucky has the ball back. They'll start their drive at the 20-yard line. Dangerous ball from Diego Pavia, and the Cats make him pay. Let's see that again. Was it Jordan Lovett? Who was it that batted it down? No, 27. Kentucky doesn't have a 27 on the roster. EA Sports, the rosters are online. You should be able to handle this. Should be able to look up rosters. Ooh, Kentucky going under center here. They'll hand it to Dowdell. He's trying to bounce outside, and he is wrapped up and dropped 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and he might be hurt. Seth McGowan is the backup in the game. I wonder, though, if he'll be running the starting running back in real life, as we will go to the 2-minute warning most likely. Well, Kentucky might snap this here. They'd be unwise to do so. Let's see. 2-minute warning. Big 3rd and 12 coming up here. Gosh, I don't know. I mean, if you get the ball coming out of the half, I'd say this is easy. You hand it off, run some more clock, or make Vanderbilt use a timeout. But you don't get the ball, so I maybe try to throw one here. Try to pick up 12. Calzada slides to his left, throws deep downfield. It's batted up and intercepted. And the Commodores return the favor. And they'll have it with great field position. That's probably why you want to hand it off there. Vanderbilt takes over at the Kentucky 35-yard line. The middle 4, we're calling it, with 7-minute quarters. It's the second time this season that Kentucky has had an interception and then immediately given the ball back with an interception of their own. Pavia, easy, short pass, gains 9.5. It'll be 2nd and inches for the Doors. Look at these cutaways. There's no players on the field. EA, come on. Just don't show me this. Don't show me this then. Handoff. They got the first down, just barely, but across the 25-yard line down to the 24. Clock still will stop to move the chains, and it's running again. Vanderbilt has all 3 timeouts, though, so the clock really not an issue, except for the fact EA Sports did not know how to code a game that makes smart decisions with the clock running down. The PS1 game made better decisions than this. Pavia throws, end zone. It's incomplete. I thought they might have caught it just shy of the end zone, but it falls incomplete. 69 seconds to play. Dangerous ball again from Pavia. Cats need to hold him to a field goal. Man in motion. Play fake. Throws. Passes caught across the 15 down to the 10-yard line. First down. And for some godforsaken reason that I just don't understand, Kentucky takes a timeout. Make it make sense, America. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 10. They can barely get a first down. Pavia wants to run it himself, and he is dropped in the backfield for a loss. That's a sack. Sam Green, the outside linebacker, 6'2", 248-pound sophomore from Washington, D.C., transferred from Southern Cal. Big stop. Vanderbilt does not take a timeout. The clock management is a mess, an absolute mess. Why did Kentucky take a timeout? 2nd and 11, Pavia pumps, throws. It is caught. And now Vandy uses a timeout. 35 seconds to play in the second quarter. It's 3rd and 3. Big play right here. Again, Vanderbilt can technically get a first down without reaching the end zone. Pavia in the shotgun, throws over the middle. It's caught for a touchdown, and the Commodores take the lead over the Cats. And they will be getting the ball to start the second half. That's if Kentucky had all 3 timeouts, 32 seconds might be enough to go down and get in field goal range. It still might, because Vanderbilt might take a timeout. Who knows? It's coded so terribly. I don't play this game a lot, but I have won a couple games where the AI ran out of time when they could have kicked a game-tying or game-winning field goal. Very, very stupid. Vanderbilt's extra point is good. That's a 7-play, 35-yard drive, taking just over 80 seconds off the clock. There you go. Take that out of the end zone for no good reason, Kendrick. Kentucky starts their drive at the 20-yard line, 29 seconds. They have 2 timeouts. If they want to get points on the board, something big will have to happen. There's a handoff to McGowan. He's got the first down. Clock stops, move the chain, so obviously take a quick timeout. Kentucky has 1 timeout left. Good thing they used that one earlier, though. Really needed that. 25 seconds to play. 1st and 10. 1 timeout. Calzada throws to the near side. He's got Law. Let's see if he goes out of bounds. He does, up to the 45-yard line. Because company camera, we're not doing that Tennessee Tech game. So we will go straight to the Louisville game, because do we need to simulate against an FCS team that's not in the game? They just have those generic FCS teams. So we're just going to give Kentucky the win there. So they will be bowl eligible no matter what. Hey, there's a good play. Go ahead and use that final timeout. So now you got to throw something to the boundary here. Get out of bounds and get lined up for a field goal. What I bet happens, Calzada throws one over the middle and they run out of time. Basically 6 and 4. Yeah. And there it is. Pass over the middle, complete. Now the clock will run out. They should be hurrying to get the field goal unit on the field. But let me tell you what's going to happen. The clock is just going to simply expire. Wait, how is it 3rd and... he dropped the pass. Okay, got it. I thought he caught that. So 3rd and 2. Again, you're throwing one to the sidelines here. And instead, he throws another interception. And that will do it for the first half. His 2nd pick of the day. Let's see if Diego Pavia wants to throw one up to the end zone. So we will go to halftime. Kentucky trailing Vanderbilt 10-6. The Commodores will have the ball to start the second half. See, you put the players on the field there. You've got them on the field. Just do that every time. I don't understand. Again, we have quite the schedule coming out today here on KSR YouTube. We'll have the Memorial Memo at 3 p.m. We will have Sources Say at 8 o'clock. They got some more practice intel to talk about. Oh, man, that's a big block. So Kentucky almost had him wrapped up in the backfield. He broke that tackle, then got a good block. Now it goes all the way up to the 33-yard line. I agree, BSR Soldier. This is concerning. I don't know about for real life, but for this, not good. Again, does he get away? No, he goes all the way back to a 12-yard loss. Sam Green, again, he's having himself a big day. Bounced off some would-be tacklers and headed backwards. Where he was finally met by Sam Green. Lost the 12 on the play, 2nd and 22. Pavia, throw, complete, up to the 30-yard line. They get about 9 there. It'll be 3rd and 13. So Kentucky trying to get off the field. This is a 3rd and long. They've struggled with these in this season so far. I wish I had the stats in front of me to know how many they completed or converted. Kentucky brings a little bit of a blitz. That pass caught, but he's immediately met and dropped by Landon Watson, the 6'1", 242-pound senior from Austin, Texas, transfer from TCU. And Kentucky will get the ball back. A touchdown would give them the lead. No touchdowns in the first half for Kentucky. We were just joking about the South Carolina game being 10-6 at halftime, being very much in the game. And well, look at this. Kendrick Law calls for a fair catch at the 27. Kentucky starts there. 73 yards from the lead. Handoff to Dowdell. Spin move, makes a man miss. Could not make number 4 miss. That's a gain of 3, though. You know, company can't. It's true. But let's say if Vanderbilt is doing pretty well, they could pack this out. I remember the last year of James Franklin, were getting really good crowds, and then who was it that Mason? I can't remember his name. He took over it, and I was working in Nashville at the time, and their first home game was like a blackout, and it was great atmosphere. And I think they barely beat some bad team, and then they, of course, starting a free fall to where they were before. They kind of had their breakthrough season last year. Clark Lee has done obviously a really good job. And he's a Vanderbilt alum. They might be able to keep him. Kentucky has it 2nd and 10 at their own 48. Look at that stadium pulse. Calzada throws, caught by Stellato. That's a first down to the Vanderbilt 42-yard line. And Kentucky maybe in business here. I hope I get to go to that Vanderbilt game. I would like to see their stadium. Making several trips to Nashville this year, by the way. Dowdell up the middle. He stopped for a short gain. They'll call it a gain of 2. The ball spotted at the Vanderbilt 39-yard line. So we have Kentucky playing. Are they playing at Vanderbilt again this year in basketball? I assume so, but I haven't looked at the. Let me see. I mean, I have looked at their schedule. I just don't remember if it's. If there is a return. Yeah, there is. So Kentucky, I'll be making a trip for Kentucky at Vanderbilt in football, Kentucky at Vanderbilt in basketball, the SEC tournament, and Kentucky playing Gonzaga in Bridgestone. So lots of Nashville on the docket this year. 1st and 10 for Kentucky at the Vanderbilt 23. Calzada going to take it himself, and that was a poor decision. It'll be a loss of 2, bringing up 2nd and 12. Can't be settling for field goals. Got to get in the end zone at some point. Calzada trips to the left, 1 to the right, throws left. He's got his man, Macklin. He's inside the 10, fights his way down to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, Wildcats. Big play there. Macklin needed to make one more guy miss. He sheds one more tackle. He's in the end zone. 1st and goal for Kentucky from the 7. Calzada in the shotgun. He's got 2 wide receivers to the left. He'll hand it off to Dowdell. Dowdell gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. So second and goal from the 7. Kentucky trying to improve to 6 and 4 and get bowl eligible. Yeah, they need a we haven't had a kickoff or punt return. Need a Lynn Bowden. Handoff, Dowdell, spin move. What a move from Dowdell. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. The Cats take the lead. Our second, or I guess third lead change of the day. What a spin move from Dante Dowdell. And Kentucky finds the end zone for the first time this afternoon. Kentucky has not won an SEC game by more than 1 possession so far. That was a beautiful 10-play, 71-yard drive that took over 4 minutes off the clock. Pavia to the far side. They get 9 on 1st down, 2nd and 1. Might have an injured player. This Vanderbilt. It's looking like that Mizzou game in 2018. Kind of, man. That was just the most unlikely Kentucky win. What was it? 14-3 with 7 minutes left. What's crazy is Missouri didn't get a 1st down the entire second half. Can you believe that? Vanderbilt will get one here. Pavia tucks and runs and slides up to the 40-yard line. They'll call it the 39. 1st down, Vanderbilt. That's pretty much how Vandy ran their offense last year. It was a very frustrating thing to watch in Kroger Field last season. Absolutely. The Josh Allen effect from 2018. Easy dump off over the middle for 6 yards. That will take us to the 4th quarter. Defense needs a stop. Kentucky holding on to a 13-10 lead. Get a stop. There you go. Here we go. 3rd and inches. This is a big play right here. If Vanderbilt is smart, they sneak it with Diego Pavia. Let's see if they do that. 3rd and inches. Man, Kentucky's loading the box here. Somebody get in there, make a play. They sneak it with Pavia, and he's got the 1st down. right at midfield. Didn't do a lot of scouting to know anything really about Vanderbilt's kicker, if he's pretty automatic like Kentucky's has been. I think Kentucky's only missed a couple of field goals. Missed a big one in the Auburn game. That hurt. They'll swing this one out to the far side. They've got a little bit of running room. Gain 6. It'll bring up 2nd and 4 once again as Vanderbilt crosses over into Kentucky territory. You just want one stop. One stop. Get the offense back on the field. Get a touchdown. Put this one away. And that will bring up a big 3rd down. 3rd and 3. Here we go. Come on, Cats. Somebody go in there and make a play. They're looking at what should be an impossibly long field goal. It would be 61 yards. Somewhere around then. Watch Pavia tuck and running here. Pavia throws deep, far side, batted down, incomplete. Incomplete. Landon Watson, I think, on the coverage. So 4th and 3. Again, this is probably go for it territory. Oh, they're going to try a 61-yard field goal. Well, this game has been kind of. This one's up on the way. No good. No good. Kentucky takes over at the Vanderbilt 44-yard line. It's 4th and 3. If I was Vandy there, I think about going for it before I kick a 61-yard field goal. The AI in this game is a mess. Just an absolute mess. Dowdell hit as soon as he took the handoff from Calzada. Loss of 1. 2nd and 11. Like, the last thing you need to be doing there is going backwards. Come on. There's a strike thrown by Calzada to Jamari Macklin down to the Vanderbilt 30-yard line. 1st down, Kentucky. That's a big play. And Vanderbilt very fortunate the Cats didn't score off of that. Macklin got behind the defense. Big tackle to keep Macklin out of the end zone. 1st and 10. Ball at the 30. Calzada keeps it himself, and he's dropped for a 4-yard loss. Very true. A lot of 1st down runs, and the last 2 have not gone well. 2nd and 14. Now looking at a 51-yard field goal from here. Calzada takes the snap. Calzada throws over the middle. Caught! 1st down inside the 5 goes Jamari Macklin. So after back-to-back 1st down runs that ended in losses, big-time throws and catches from Calzada to Macklin. The Cats are inside the 3-yard line. They're going to call up the 2. Dowdell in the backfield. He'll get the handoff, and he is stopped for maybe he got an inch. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 2 again. Kentucky trying to punch this in and pretty much wrap this one up. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. McGowan in the backfield. Calzada keeps it himself. He's running to the left. Cuts back in. Touchdown, Kentucky! Calzada on the keeper, and the Cats have a 2-possession lead in Nashville. Well, this would put Kentucky, he said, I've been predicting 7-5. This would put Kentucky right in position to get to that. This would be win number 6. That was a 6-play, 57-yard drive. Now, Vanderbilt still has the 2-minute warning and 3 timeouts. It's not over just yet. If the result holds, Kentucky will be 6-4 heading into Tennessee Tech. We're not simming that one. So that's win number 7. And then they'll go to Louisville looking for win number 8. But you gotta finish this one first. 2 minutes, 36 seconds. I'd like to look up when was the last time Kentucky lost at Vanderbilt? Was that like 2015? I know they got him in 17, 19, 21, and 23. So I think 15. If they lost to them in 15, if not, it would be 2013. Oh, 2015. Drew Barker was the quarterback. That's right. That was the game when they didn't. I think it was like the end of the half. Vanderbilt hit a big play for a touchdown because Kentucky didn't put somebody on that guy. The clock is on Kentucky's side. Vanderbilt has maybe one more play before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they get it off. Pavia calling out to his receivers. He will hand it off. And they're only going to get about 5. So that does now it's a safe play there because the clock stops for the 2-minute warning anyway. So not a terrible play call, but it only getting in 5 yards does not really help things much. Pavia throws near side, caught, first down, gets out of bounds with 1:55 to go. So a 4-second play there. Tell you what, you let them score too early and without taking any timeouts, things get a little nerve-wracking again. Kentucky has not beaten an SEC opponent this season by more than 1 possession. I don't think they've even beaten anybody by a touchdown. That pass complete, and a great job by Sam Green for making that tackle inbound. So Vanderbilt forced to use a timeout. Takes 5 seconds off the clock. They have 2 timeouts left, 1:50. They dump it off to the running back here, and he is met by a wall of Kentucky players, but he does fight for several yards. It'll be 3rd and 3 with 1:35 and ticking. Yeah, they have to get an onside kick at this point. I don't know what the success rate is in NCAA 26, but I think it's like a 6% conversion rate when teams know it's coming. There's a quick strike over the middle for a first down and then some down inside the 5-yard line. Diego Pavia up to 263 yards passing. He's only found the end zone once, though, and as has Vanderbilt. First and goal clock ticks. Come on. Make them use as much time and timeouts as well. Pavia throws, end zone, incomplete. So it'll be 2nd and goal with 65 seconds. And there's the Vanderbilt touchdown. So going to have to sweat out an onside kick. They still have 2 timeouts. There's still over a minute to play. Little prevent defense. The Commodores get their first touchdown of the half. So the drives for Vanderbilt this half were punt, missed 61-yard field goal, and a touchdown. And that touchdown came quick. You know, it would be big is to miss this extra point right here. The snap is good. The hold. The kick is good. A 9-play, 78-yard drive that took just a minute 35 off the clock. So with 2 timeouts, Vanderbilt's going to have to try for an onside kick here. And Stellato recovers it. Stellato still going. He gets the ball inside the 45-yard line. Kentucky, why are you even lining up for a play? Why are you just take knees? What are you doing? Why are they even pretending like they Dowdell has plenty of running room, slips another tackle, and gets inside the 30. Vanderbilt takes their second timeout, and at this point, you got to just think victory formation. And they are in victory formation. Vanderbilt can stop the clock one time. Calzada takes a knee, and that will do it. Kentucky improves to 6-4 on the season with a 20-17 win over the Vanderbilt Commodores in Nashville. Louisville game coming up next as we're going to be a little arrogant here, and we're going to say that Kentucky can beat Tennessee Tech without us having to do a simulation. There's no Tennessee Tech in the game. There's just FCS generics. So great highlight reel there, EA. That was, man, a completed pass down to into the red zone. What a highlight reel. All right. We will get you set for Kentucky and Louisville. Final game of the regular season. Let's put our L's down. Get L's down in the chat. And we lost to them 41-14 last year. Need some revenge. Let's get that one set up. And then somebody gave a good suggestion as to what to do for the bowl games. They said just to force wins and force losses as they happened in this simulation. So that is probably what we do. Let's see if I can get this one. And I wonder too, if Kentucky is 7-4 going into this Louisville game. Here's my thing. In my lifetime, I've seen Kentucky go, 2 and whatever, 3, 4 and something, 5 and something, 6 and 6, 7 and 5, 9 and 3. I have never seen Kentucky go 8-4 in the regular season. They've had so many opportunities to do it, and they don't. They either win a game that they shouldn't, or they lose a game that they shouldn't to avoid going 8-4. So here's a chance once again at 8-4. Kentucky and Louisville, rivals. I haven't seen what don't call it Papa John's Cardinal Stadium. What is it? L&N now? L&N Stadium? All right, let's get to it. Kentucky, Louisville. We're doing random weather. Steven Johnson, we went 7-5. Both of his in 2016 and 2017. We went 7-5. I have not seen. I was born in 1990. I have not seen an 8-4 season in my lifetime. But that might change virtually. What do we call this? Might change in this particular scenario. L's all the way down. Ooh, it's snowing? Got our first snow game. We didn't have any of these last year. If I got to be on the sidelines during something like this, I don't know, that could be kind of fun. I haven't shot a snow game before. Plenty of rain games. And this is something very possible. Louisville being ranked 24th, Kentucky not ranked. The last time that Kentucky lost at Louisville, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, I believe was 2014. And it was a game that Kentucky really should have won. They had the interception in their hands, dropped it. Louisville goes down with their backup quarterback and steals one from Kentucky. It stopped Kentucky from being bowl eligible. But since then, they upset Louisville and Lamar in 2016, beat the hell out of them in 2018, beat them bad in 21, and then upset the 10th ranked Cardinals in 2023. So it's been over a decade since the Cats went into Louisville and left with a loss. I agree, UK for life. If you want to know a fun story, I was covering Tennessee football at the time. They were playing Vanderbilt. I was at that Vanderbilt game in the stadium. They had the Kentucky-Louisville game on the big screen there. And so I saw like the last few plays and especially the dropped interception. And I was just devastated. I could barely focus on my job. I thought we had them. They had Kyle Bolin, kid from Lexington, backup quarterback. And he just said, I'm going to try to throw this ball up to Devontae Parker as much as I can. Oh, what a game to be at, Chadwick. Man, I would have loved to have been at that one. That pass complete for a first down to Josh Caddis. Using the tight ends a lot. Louisville and backup quarterbacks have crushed Kentucky. My guy, Will Stein, is the quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater replaced him. There's a huge gap for Dowdell. Kentucky might have lost the offensive lineman on that play. That's not good. That's early in the game to be losing starting offensive line. Kentucky's starting offensive line is going to be pretty decent this year. Pelzada, some time to throw, now under pressure, and he swings it out for a completion. I don't know who number 20 is. It's not in like EA. Come on. Like the rosters are online. Regardless of who it is, it's a first down for Kentucky. Pelzada hits Macklin, who gets inside the 5-yard line down to the 1-yard line. First and goal for Kentucky. Let's just kick their ass. How about that? Let's just score early and often. Pelzada throwing all over the Cards in the snow. First and goal from the 1. I formation. Got a fullback in. They'll go to Dowdell. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. And the Cats draw first blood in Louisville. Thank you, UK for life. Patterson. Okay. Nice to see him getting some play here. So extra point pending. Kentucky will take a 7-0 lead over Louisville.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the kick is good. Haven't missed an extra point this year. Did miss a field goal that was equivalent to an extra point. Missed it twice. But Jacob Coway from Billings, Montana, the redshirt freshman, puts that one through the uprights. All right, Cats. Let's just, let's beat the hell out of them. Just don't even mess around. So next Sunday, August 24th, we will have a bowl game. Good God, that's Isaac Brown on the carry. That's 20 yards and a first down for the Cardinals. Anyways, bowl game, August 24th. We'll do, since only one game, maybe we'll do 10-minute quarters or something. And another run for Isaac Brown. This one he gains 13 on. He's got 33 yards rushing on 2 carries. And just gashing Kentucky. Come on. Come on, Brad White. This is going to be an offensive explosion kind of game. There you go. Somebody laid a hat on. Who was that? Was that Nasir Addison, the junior from Irvington, New Jersey? Second and 10 for the Cardinals. The 24th ranked Cardinals. Play fake. Throws far side, got his man wrapped up and dropped. Only a gain of 2. Landon Watson, transfer from TCU on the stop. It'll be 3rd and 8. Kentucky with a chance again to get off the field, get the ball back. Under pressure, throws one deep down the middle of the field. It is incomplete. And Louisville will have to punt on their opening drive. Let's just kick their ass. How about that? Let's score again and let's blow them out. I got some work I got to get to. I would actually appreciate it if I can just let this thing run for a little bit. How about a punt return? We haven't had a kickoff or punt return all season, and we're not going to get one this time either. That one rolls out of the end zone. Kentucky will start at their own 20. Pretty efficient drive last time. Marched quickly down the field. Double play fake. Calzada throws. Caught. And breaks a tackle. That's the tight end. It's not Caddis. Was that Ashton Cozart? Willie Rodriguez? Who knows? Because the numbers aren't. No, that was 83. Okay. That's Jack Monday from Lexington Catholic, the senior, on the reception. This time, Calzada hands it off to Dowdell, and he is dropped behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Just nowhere to go. Kentucky lost Walschlager in the opening drive. I don't think he's back out there yet. So the running game, maybe that'll take a hit here. 2nd and 13. We're under a minute to play in the first quarter. Calzada gets it to Dowdell quickly, makes him a miss, gets some blockers ahead of him. He does get 7. It'll be 3rd and 6. So much more manageable 3rd down. Jagger Burton. Hell yeah, Jagger. Let's go. Calzada throws. Caught. First down. No, Caddis dropped it. Man. So Kentucky will have to punt. And this punt is not the best of punts. Louisville will get the ball at their own 38 to start their second drive. And look at the hurdle. And another first down. My goodness. Isaac Brown is running all over the Cats. That'll likely be the last play of the first quarter. Kentucky scoring on their opening drive. But it's Louisville's running game that's got them in good field position to start this second quarter. Isaac Brown, I think he's got 3 carries, and he's gotten a minimum of 11 on each one. And that's a pass over the middle. That might go for 6. Touchdown, Louisville. And an extra point away from tying this one up at 7. So that's a 2-play drive Isaac Brown is having himself a monster game. Bad angles taken by Kentucky, trying to get to the Louisville running back. Well, that's a gut punch. Isaac Brown is a sophomore. He had 165 carries, 1,173 yards, and 11 touchdowns last season. From Miami, Florida. The extra point is good. That's a two-play, 62-yard drive. And Louisville has tied the game at 7. Well, hated about every single part of that. I noticed they have the Louisville fans doing the L's up. They haven't incorporated the L's down. Oh, is Horns down in the game? People make such a big deal about stupid stuff like that. They probably like, oh, we don't want to offend anyone. You know how much of snowflakes those people from Austin are. There's the pass completed over the middle. First down, Kentucky. Kendrick Law. Calzada now up to 113 yards through the air. Like, I've heard, and I didn't go to Austin last year, but I heard, like, doing L's down to Louisville is not the same thing as doing horns down to Texas. Like, they actually get upset about it at Texas. And I'm like, there's nothing that you could, like, I would never want to fight somebody for them just going up to me and saying Kentucky sucks. Like, that doesn't like make my brain go, oh, we gotta fight now. But apparently down in Austin, Texas, they just can't handle it. Horns down. Ready to go. I just don't get it. All right, Dowdell takes the handoff, and he's got a couple yards. Brings up a very manageable 3rd and 2. Dowdell, 5 rushes, 20 yards. Not exactly Isaac Brown numbers. Just a simple yes or no in the comments. Delayed handoff to Seth McGowan, and he's not going to be anywhere close. As a matter of fact, he stopped a yard behind the line of scrimmage, so it will be 4th and 3. That's the confidence I like to see, Robert. Another not the best of punts. Anthony Eason, all caps no. And that's another completed pass all the way up to, you can't really see the yard, but I think it's like the 47-yard line, up to the Louisville 47, 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. No, Robert, you're good. I appreciate you. Louisville fans who are here, I do forget that sometimes we get the other teams' fans on these streams. What is your all's expectations for this season? And what is the obviously Brahms not leaving on his own? Is there an expectation that he has to make the playoffs in 10 years? Like, if he's, I think he will, but let's say that 10 years in, he hasn't made the playoffs yet. Will fans get restless and want to see Louisville represented in the CFP? Third and 11, big play here. And that's a big-time tackle from Quaysheed Scott, his 3rd tackle of the day. That one behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and 14. The Cards will have to punt again. I think they make the playoffs too. And before 10, what would that be? 20. 33. Is that right? 2030. Okay, here we go. Now my controller's not working. Sorry about this. Okay, sorry. We'll get that switched up real fast. We'll get it back. There we go. John Wall needs to join La Familia. Kentucky hasn't lost in Louisville since 2014. But last year, there's another big throw and catch. This one to Seth McGowan. First down, Kentucky, down to the Louisville 39-yard line. Louisville gets the ball to start the second half. So Kentucky needs to put some points up on the board here. I'm sorry, it's the Kentucky 39-yard line, excuse me. Fakes the toss, dumps off the quick pass to Damari Macklin. It's a gain of 6. It'll be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Stoops' seat is hot. Stoops' seat is, from the fans, it's hot. It's hot. But there's nothing, I mean, that doesn't mean anything because they can't fire him. So he's going to have to stick it out. Got to get behind him. Hope him and the staff figure it out. I didn't like that play at all. 3rd and 4. I don't like any near side run. Something that's near the sidelines. I don't. Short side of the field. I know they work sometimes, and I don't really know football. Probably people in the chat know a lot more about this game than I do. But every time I see us do that in real life, I just go, gosh, man, it's just that's an extra defender over there. Calzada in the shotgun. Time to throw. Goes deep down the far sideline. Incomplete, but we do have a flag on the play. And it's on Kentucky. So the Cats will have to punt it away. Busting his food budget at Jeff Ruby's for the game. What a punt. Inside the 1-yard line is where Louisville starts this drive. They're just going to hand it to Isaac Brown. Get 10 probably. Ha! That's hilarious. And what a tackle. By Dylan Williams. Dylan Williams, the freshman defensive back from if I'm saying this wrong, I apologize. Demopolis, Alabama. Makes we'll say it, a game-saving tackle. Louisville gets the ball to start the second half. You can't allow them to get points here. They go to Brown again, and this time he only gets 3. That's the least successful Louisville has been going to their star running back. I agree. John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins on La Familia next year would be so sick. Give me 1 year of that. Come on. I want to see John Wall getting an assist to Willie Cauley-Stein. That pass is complete, and Louisville calls timeout to the 49-yard line of Kentucky. We'll say 49 of Louisville. It doesn't really matter. And now they are into Kentucky territory. It'd be fun, Anthony. Gotta get Shane Bohannon back. Did Shane? He was on the team, wasn't he? Man, Louisville's now in field goal range. 16 seconds to play here in the second quarter. They have 1 timeout left. Back to throw. Steps up. Throws one over the middle and hammered. I didn't see who made the tackle, but he lowered his shoulder and plowed him into the ground. I don't know why Louisville's not kicking a field goal right here. The clock management in this is so bad. I don't know if it's because of the snow or what, but this is a terrible decision. That pass is complete. It'll be 1st and goal. I don't know whether they're going to be able to get up another playoff. The clock management in this game is so ridiculously bad, and Louisville is going to go to the locker room instead of kicking a field goal that maybe would have given them the lead with the ball coming out of the half. Yay. Fix your freaking game, guys. Come on. That's so bad. I'll take it, but that's terrible. So the Cards get the ball to start the second half. Game tied at 7. With 11 seconds left and no timeouts. Kick the field goal. Isaac Brown slips at least one tackle on every handoff. He did there, but luckily for Kentucky, there were several other blue jerseys there to meet him. Coming up later today on KSR YouTube, 3 o'clock, we'll have the Memorial Memo. Got some practice intel from the Kentucky women's team as that pass is complete for a 1st down Louisville. And then at 8 o'clock, sources say, got a lot of things to talk about. A lot of newsworthy things were said from the last time we heard from Mark Pope earlier this week on a podcast. That will be... I don't know why this. Okay. Waysheed Scott, his 5th tackle of the day, and this one pins Louisville back a few yards. Finally able to get to, was that Brown again? So 2nd and 14 for the Cards coming up. Yeah, so 8 o'clock, sources say. Tomorrow, 11 personnel will be talking Kentucky football. Will be on location at Monticello Bank in Nicholasville. So you can catch all of that right here on the KSR YouTube. Clyde the Glide will be there tonight. I'll see you in the chat, Clyde. It's a big show. Every one of them has been interesting. I produce it, but also I'll listen to them sometimes on drives, and I've been listening to the last few shows because there's been so much information that if one time listening through, damn it, there he tackled him forward, Olds did, for the 1st down. Miller Moss from Los Angeles, California, from LA to a different LA. Los Angeles to the Louisville area. And Brown again breaks one. He gets 9. They call him down at the 49-yard line. Cards driving again. These 1st down runs have been big for Louisville. And Brown will get the 1st down and then some. Down to the Kentucky 44-yard line. Approaching the midway point of the 3rd quarter. Kentucky 6-4 on the season. Upsets over Ole Miss, South Carolina, and Florida. And then, of course, beating Vanderbilt 20-17 in our previous game. Brown again. Isaac Brown, he has 11 rushes for 84 yards, but he also has a touchdown reception. So if you had Isaac Brown on your fantasy team today, you're doing all right. 2nd and 5. Louisville will have the 1st down. Down to the Kentucky 29-yard line. It's a gain of 10. No. We're sorry. Did I say? I meant 7-4 actually. 7-4 because I forgot the Tennessee Tech game. They won that one. So 7-4. Chance to go 8-4, and there's a sack. Sam Green drops Miller Moss 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 17. We go back. I'll go through the schedule real fast. Kentucky beat Toledo, Ole Miss, Eastern Michigan, and South Carolina. They started the season 4-0, then lost 4 straight. Georgia, Texas, Tennessee, Auburn, beat Florida, beat Auburn, beat Tennessee Tech. So now they're looking for their 4th win in a row, and this isn't going to help things any. It was 2nd and 17. Isaac Brown just took that handoff for 16 yards, and now it's 3rd and 1. Oh, Clyde, if they go 8-4, even 7-5, with this schedule, I might start chiseling the statue myself. And the quarterback sneak we haven't had one of those stopped so far this season from either team. That's a first down, Louisville. We had them 2nd and 17. Is that not the most Kentucky thing? It's like that Clemson game in 2023. So from 2nd and 17 to a first down, ball up to 18. Brown gets the handoff again, and this time he runs into his own man before being dropped for a short gain. Landon Watson on the tackle for Kentucky. 2nd and 9. Eight and 4, 7 and 5. I mean, that's with this particular schedule, that's a good year. I mean, 8-4 is a good year for Kentucky football, no matter the schedule, really. But I mean, Louisville's not even ranked in the top 25. But I think if you included everyone who's receiving votes, there's like 8 teams out of 12. Like Toledo's receiving votes. Moss with time to throw, all day to throw. Now he'll throw. Oh, I thought he was going to tuck and run, but he completes the pass for a first down. And Alex Afari holding his wrist. We are under a minute to play in the 3rd quarter. That pass caught at the 1-yard line. That might, maybe not the final, but we have one more play left in the 3rd quarter. Damn it. So Kentucky's defense just cannot get off the field. Louisville converting every 3rd down. They had a 2nd and 17. See if the Cards can punch it in. And then they do. Isaac Brown goes untouched into the end zone. Louisville retakes the lead. Or takes their first lead of the day. That was a pretty disappointing drive there from the Kentucky defense. They had Louisville, I think, in 3 third down situations, and the Cardinals converted every single one of them. The extra point is good. Louisville 14, Kentucky 7. As we are nearing the end of the 3rd quarter. My preference, and there's not really this time slot for SEC games, but like 2 o'clock, 3:30 is the best for SEC because you get the rest of the day to watch some of the late games. Last play of the 3rd quarter, Calzada swings it out near side to Macklin. He'll gain 6, and we will go to the 4th quarter. Louisville leads Kentucky 14-7. Dang. We lost to Louisville last year, and I don't think it was relatively close in our simulation. Of course, the regular game was not close. Can't really give the ball back to Louisville here. Calzada in the pocket, throws. He's got his man open. Caddis caught. First down up to the Kentucky 32-yard line. Big time conversion. We'll be under 6 minutes before the ball is snapped again. Kentucky's going to need a touchdown out of this drive. It's not a guarantee they will get the ball back. Dowdell takes the handoff, and he's got some running room and a blocker ahead of him. He will get the first down up to the 43-yard line. So Dowdell, again, running the ball on first down is Kentucky. So here we go. 1st and 10 at the Kentucky 43-yard line under center. And they'll hand it off to Dowdell again, and he's got plenty of space. Another first down across midfield down to the Louisville 44-yard line. So Kentucky moving the ball on the ground, getting into Louisville territory. They're 44 yards away from tying this thing up. Unless there's a missed extra point. Haven't had one yet. So hopefully we're not saving that for the last game of the season. Under center again is Calzada. Dowdell in the backfield. Play fake. Throws. And it's incomplete. So they just elect to throw the ball on first down. One of the rare times they've done that this season, and it's an incomplete pass. I think it was intended for Macklin. 2nd and 10. Kentucky has trips to the right, one wide receiver to the left. Calzada drops back, dumps it off to Dowdell, makes a man miss. He might get the first down. He won't. He's actually met by a wall of red jerseys. He gets 6. It'll be 3rd and 4 from the 37. And, what worries me, guys, is that if you don't get this, they might try to kick a field goal. You do have 3 timeouts into the 2-minute warning, so maybe you should. I personally would like to see 2 plays to get 4 yards. Calzada throws. He's got a man wide open. It's a first down, Kentucky. Jack Monday. Or no, Willie Rodriguez. Excuse me, Brown. Who the hell is Brown? Who is that? Elijah Brown. He's actually number 85. And that's a first down, Kentucky, the transfer from Alabama. Tight end room looking strong in this game. 1st and 10 for Kentucky at the Louisville 29. They go to Dowdell, and he is dropped back at, they'll say, the line of scrimmage. So Kentucky will have it 2nd and 10 once again. And they're chewing up some clock. We're nearing the halfway point of the 4th quarter. Kentucky needs to get into the end zone to tie this game, putting themselves in a position where they probably can't get a field goal. Dowdell takes the handoff, is dropped just short of the first down. He gets to the Louisville 20. It'll be 3rd and 1, and if they don't sneak it here, I'm throwing something. L&M Stadium is rocking. Calzada under center. He will sneak it, and he'll have the first down. First down, Kentucky. Clock will tick under 3 minutes. Absolutely cannot kick a field goal now at this point. They're going to have to score. They're going to have to score a touchdown. No turnovers. Kentucky's in a situation now. They've ran so much clock, and they're here in the 4th quarter. Louisville has not touched the ball this quarter yet. Dowdell cuts back. Louisville quickly closes the gap. He does get 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the Louisville 16-yard line. Is anybody else nervous over a video game? Like, what happens if Kentucky wins this? Nothing happens. They don't give me anything. Calzada fakes the handoff and throws. We do have a flag on the play. Kentucky will be just shy of the first down, but let's see what this is. It's offensive pass interference. Unbelievable. So now it will be 2nd and 17 from the 26. And they'll swing this one out to Macklin, and now it's 3rd and 17, and now Kentucky's in a lot of trouble. That might take us to the 2-minute warning. That is a massive, massive penalty. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Kentucky facing a 3rd and 17. Well, guys, I just think Kentucky's not allowed to go 8-4. That's what I'm learning. Even in a video game, we're not allowed to go 8-4. Kentucky has 3 wide receivers, bunch on the right, 1 to the left. Calzada dumps it off to Troy Stellato. Stellato makes a man miss, and he's got the first down. Inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line, 1st and goal, Kentucky. They convert the 3rd and 17. Stellato, who got the block? Huge block there from Kendrick Law. So Stellato could get the first down. Well, now I'm worried about them scoring too early. Calzada throws, end zone, touchdown, Kentucky. Josh Caddis on the reception. And they're an extra point away from leveling this at 14. Now this would be the one to do not screw up this extra point. This series has not seen an overtime, I believe, since Jared Lorenzen. September 2nd, 2000 was the last overtime game between Kentucky and Louisville. Kentucky had a field goal to win it. That was basically an extra point. Louisville blocked it, and then Louisville won in overtime. Jared Lorenzen, part of some of the most heartbreaking losses in Kentucky football history. Louisville tries to bring that one out, and they can only get to the 15-yard line. So here we go. 1:49. Louisville has all 3 timeouts, as does Kentucky. A field goal would win the game for the Cards. And that's a good start for the team in red. Miller Moss up to 208 yards passing and 1 touchdown. That touchdown was to Isaac Brown, who has had a monster of a game. That was the lightning delay game, Anthony. Yes. The clock management, again, absolutely horrific in this game. Louisville could have kicked a field goal at the end of the first half, but time expired. Miller Moss, again, over the middle, and it's caught up to the 50-yard line. They're now right at midfield. Stewart with another big reception for the Cardinals. And Louisville quickly getting themselves near field goal range. Oh, Alex Safari could have had that. He's playing with that hurt wrist that he picked up earlier in this game. And that pass, incomplete. Man, I don't know how it was. Went in and out of his hands. 2nd and 10. So another incomplete pass, 3rd and 10. I would say doing this simulation has helped me know a lot of the players this year. Hey, all right, controller, there we go. Yeah. 3rd and 10. Louisville with 4 wideouts. Moss steps up, throws deep, intercepted, picked off, going the other way. The Cats have it. And it's the Kentucky kid, Ty Bryant, on the interception. And the Cats have it at their own 35 with a minute to play. A field goal would win it. Seth McGowan, Clyde. Dante Dowdell, Seth McGowan. So Kentucky can win it with a field goal. They have all 3 timeouts. Well, so does Louisville, so don't go 3 and out here. Calzado throws. Caddis gets away from the tackler and is finally ran out of bounds up to the 48-yard line. Kentucky's kicker has an absolute leg on him, too. He's made 2 60-plus yard field goals. This one would be in the snow, a little bit different. And Kentucky's going to put the ball on the ground here. Dowdell with plenty of running room, and he might have the first down. Down to the 42-yard line. It'll be 2nd and inches. Sneak it. Sneak the ball. Get your first down. You have 2 more timeouts, so just sneak it. Sneak it. Sneak it. Sneak it. They didn't sneak it, but they still get the first down. Macklin gets it to the 42-yard line. Right now, you're looking at a 59-yard field goal to try to win this. And the clock management, again, has been just so freaking bad in this game. I don't trust it. Calzada to throw. He dumps it off to Dowdell. He lunges forward for a gain of 3. Clock running. Call timeout. Call timeout. This is the 56-yard field goal. Call timeout. Unbelievable. Oh, my God. You guys, I can't. Like EA Sports, fix your game. This makes it to where I don't even want to play. And Kentucky finally calls a timeout. So I would imagine they're going to put the field goal unit on to try to win this. Why you wouldn't try to run one more play between 20 seconds and now with 2 timeouts. But here we go. And Louisville, Brom going to try to freeze Callaway. So Josh Callaway for the win. The snap hold is good. Kick on the way. And it's off the upright. No good. No good. We have our first overtime in 25 years between Kentucky and Louisville. Unbelievable. And this is our first overtime since we've been doing these simulations. So this is, what is that? Did the 22 games. We finally get an overtime. And it's the last one of this season. And there was Isaac Brown spinning his way for 5 yards. Callaway's 3rd miss of the season. He was the hero versus South Carolina. This one off the upright. Ty Bryant with the big pick that kept Louisville from getting a shot at winning it with a field goal. And there's Alex Afari with an injured wrist getting into the backfield for the sack, and it's 3rd and 10. This would be huge, holding them to a field goal here. And especially, you force an incompletion, and it's a 42-yard field goal in the snow. No gimme. They go to Brown, and Brown is going to break one for 20-plus yards. 21-yard run for Isaac Brown. He has been gashing the Cats today. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. So it was a 3rd and 10. Man, that's huge. That is huge. And then Brown trying to bounce it outside, and he's met by several Kentucky Wildcats. Jordan Lovett. I believe was on the stop. No gain. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 4. Come on, Cats. Somebody make a play here. And they do. That's David Gusta from San Bernardino, California, the transfer from Washington State. One of my favorite defensive players. Coming up with a big tackle there. It's 3rd and goal from the 5. Keep them out of the end zone. Holding them to a field goal here would be huge. That pass is incomplete. So Louisville will have to bring on the field goal unit. And Kentucky can win this game and get to 8-4 with a touchdown.
Number 98 on the field goal.
And the field goal is good. So Louisville leads 17-14.
Louisville 17, Kentucky 14.
Kentucky with a touchdown will win the game. They swing this one out to Macklin, and he struggles to get anything there. He does get one. Again, later today, 3 o'clock, Memorial Memo talking Kentucky women's basketball with Phoenix Stevens. This will bring up a big 3rd and 2 for the Wildcats. From this spot, it will be about a 34-yard field goal. Well within Callaway's range, but with the snow, it's not a given. Man in motion is Kendrick Law. And Kentucky's going to be stopped for a loss of 5. So bring on Callaway to try to level this thing at 17. He missed his last attempt. This one will be from 39 yards. And Brom, again, will try to ice him. They have done studies. Icing kickers actually does not work. But Brom ices him anyway. So here we go. This for the game. The kick is good. It's good. Man, the slow motion thing, I hate it. I don't like that they do that. Kentucky has forced another overtime. It'll be Kentucky's ball to start the second OT, and I think they have to go for 2 if they score a touchdown. Man. So double overtime. And there goes Dante Dowdell inside the 5 down to the 2-yard line. So Kentucky might get on the board here very quickly in the second overtime. 1st and goal from the 2. I formation. I just handed off 3-4 straight times. They pitch it out. McGowan, can he get to the outside? He does. Touchdown, Kentucky. Dante Dowdell gives the Cats the 6-point lead. They'll have to go for 2. So regardless of what happens the rest of the day, we have seen the end of the field goal kickers. Need this 2-point conversion though. You leave the door open if you don't get this. Because Louisville gets 4 downs. Calzada throws. It's caught, but nowhere near the end zone. It actually went out of his hands, incomplete. So now Louisville can win it with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Moss, the throw, caught, breaks a tackle, and gets down to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, Louisville. That was too easy. Hey, there we go. This would be a heartbreaker. Need a fumble, interception, sneeze, something. First and goal from the 6. Moss all day to throw. And it's caught for a touchdown into triple coverage. Unbelievable. No way. And now Louisville can win it with a 2-point conversion attempt. Trayshawn Hurry. Oh my goodness. What was JQ Hardaway doing? He was motionless. So now Louisville can win it with a 2-point conversion attempt. They have I formation in the backfield. One wide receiver to the right. Moss scrambling, still scrambling. Gets away from several players, but could not get away from Josiah Hayes. So we will go to this is the shootout, right? Yes. So it's basically 2-point conversion attempts the rest of the way. Louisville gets it first. Throws, caught, but immediately brought down by Alex Safari. Kentucky can win it right here with a 2-point conversion attempt. The Cats can win it. What play do you draw up here, Bush Hamden? Let's see. How creative do we get? 3 wide receivers to the right. They'll hand it off. Dowdell, nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. So now Kentucky will start the 4th overtime. Kentucky, 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Dowdell in the backfield. Pelzada swings it out. Caddis, he's in! Kentucky converts. That was a huge block, I think, by Troy Stellato. That freed up Caddis to walk into the end zone. No replay. All right, cool. So here we go. If Kentucky gets a stop here, they win it. The handoff. Not gonna make it! Victory, Kentucky! Jordan Lovett on the stop for the Wildcats. And Kentucky upsets Louisville. That was the Dowdell touchdown in overtime. I got to see the play, though, that gave Kentucky the win. The pass to Caddis. I think Troy Stellato had the game-winning block. L's down forever. Kentucky beats Louisville in their place. Once again, they haven't lost there since 2014. Let's keep that rolling. Here's Louisville's last play. This was the game-saving tackle. I believe it was Jordan Lovett on the stop. And we're okay. Let me get these controls. Again, I don't play this a lot. I'm trying to. How about that to wrap up the season? What a way for it to end. Right there, I thought he might have had it. Was it Lovett? Yeah. All right, let's see this last play. Yeah, Troy Stellato. Caddis may have got in anyway. Well, that was fun. So Kentucky beats Louisville to finish the season 8-4. I'll take that. Dude, Mark Stoops goes 8-4. And with this schedule, again, give me some rock, give me a chisel. I'm building the statue myself. That's funny. Yeah. Well, we'll see. This video game should not give me any hope at all, but for some reason it did. We'll have a bowl game on Sunday, August 24th. So we'll figure out who they would be playing going 8-4 with that schedule and everything. We'll figure all that out. Didn't make the playoffs. 8-4 does not make you a playoff team. And then later today, 3:00, we will have Memorial Memo with Phoenix Stevens going through some Kentucky women's basketball, what he's seen from practice. Sources say tonight at 8, more practice intel, more recruiting intel. It's good. It's a big day on KSR YouTube, and I'm fired up. We went 2-0 today. 2-0, 3-0. We beat Tennessee Tech. So there you go. 8-4, Governor's Cup comes back to Lexington. We'll see you guys 3 o'clock today. That's in about 2 hours. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of this. We'll see you then. We'll see you Sunday, too, for the bowl game.